Welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm Tony Trongone, along with Coach Ayala, head coach of the Thunderbolts. Hey, Coach, how we doing?
Good. How you doing today?
Great. We have a special guest today. Our athletic director, Dave Lagamba.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate being here.
Couple words for you today, but you've been here a while, but I think formally we're going to introduce you, Dave. So my first question for you is tell the audience a little bit about yourself,
All right.
where you went to high school, college, and then how you got to Millville.
Sure. Great. Thanks. I grew up in Williamstown, New Jersey, which is about 40 minutes from Millville. Went to high school at St Augustine Prep over in Richland, New Jersey, who were playing this weekend. I'm still rooting for the Bolts, though. After St. Augustine, I went to Central Connecticut State and majored in health and physical education. Came back to New Jersey and ended up getting a job here in Millville. I've been here since 2001 and started my career as a health and physical education teacher. And then after 2 years, I became a guidance counselor for 2 years, and then for the last 18 years, I've been the athletic director and supervisor of health and physical education.
18 years, huh?
Yes, sir. It goes by very quickly. Let me tell you, lots of years and lots of hairs have gone by.
What changes have you seen as far as the athletic department since your year 1 to year 18?
The student athletes focusing a little bit more on becoming a little more focused on one sport as compared to multiple sports. So you see that, and you see that not just here and in other cities as well, where many school districts are dropping, whether it's the freshman levels or the JV levels. So between year 1 and now, I noticed really a lot of specialty in sport. So it's those freshman JV games are becoming a thing of the past almost, and you still see them from time to time. But a lot of school districts are starting to, they're thinning out with those in those areas, and I think it's because student athletes are specializing in sports nowadays.
So if you're on varsity, it's varsity or nothing at all.
It's and we just had this conversation. Some of my coaches and I earlier today. It's if you're not on varsity, then I'm going to go find something else to play. And I give it to there's still a group of kids that they're out there. We still have some JV programs, so there are some kids that are sticking it out, knowing that if they put their time in as a freshman or sophomore, eventually they're going to earn their spot as a junior and a senior. So it's good when you see those kids do that.
But you have more sports too, right?
We do. Sports have grown. I mean, especially, our girls lacrosse program has grown over the years. We added boys JV lacrosse or JV boys lacrosse last year. We're going to see how that goes this year. But addition of sports. One of the things I'm really proud of, though, the one mainstay is we get a lot of our coaches have a long tenure here as far as coaching goes. So we very rarely do we get a lot of turnover, and we got coaches that come here and they'll spend 10, 15, 20 years as a coach here, which I think is something special, something different compared to like other districts, which is nice.
It is true. I've been in a few districts, and it is special for Millville to have that consistency and dedication to Millville sports. Yeah. So I'm going to add, you were talking about one of the sports we do have a freshman in JV is football. So Coach Ayala, the freshmen are playing tonight.
They did. That game's over now. Yes.
What was the score?
So what was it? 9-6. So I think they lost on a field goal towards the end. Good game though. Two competitive teams playing hard.
Good. All right, Coach. There are going to be some changes, Coach Lagamba, for the Friday night game. So, when is the game, the time of the game, and things that you've done to prepare for Friday night's game?
Yeah, sure. This Friday's game against St. Augustine is going to be Friday night, 6 p.m. Sharp, and we're going to open the gates at 5 p.m. And we're closing the gates at 7 p.m. So I just want to make sure everybody understands that over the past several years, we went from halftime to end of third quarter, and that time is usually arbitrary as far as when that happens. So we decided, hey, listen, 5 o'clock to open the gates. 7 o'clock, that's a hard time. That's 2 hours to come and to get into the facility. So please, if you're coming to the game, get there early and just please get there by 7 o'clock. One of the other big changes is we're offering tickets online.
So tell us a little, because that is different than even last week. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Sure. So we last year at I think it was the championship game against Ocean City, we had an opportunity to use hometown ticketing to scan, so guests could buy their tickets online, and we would scan them as they entered the facility. So we really thought that was an excellent way of getting the tickets out to our fans and letting them come in and check in, and so we decided to do it this year for our program. And the people at Hometown Ticket have been wonderful. We've got some wonderful people in our district. Meg Finney, Becky Giordano really helped us out getting this set up for this weekend, and so we're excited. The link is up, so if you're interested, you can purchase the tickets.
It's on our screen right now, Dave. So
yep, great. Yeah, Hometown Ticket, and it gives you you can go. It talks about downloading the app, especially if you're from Millville. If you're from Millville and you're interested in coming to our athletic events, you really should download the app. I believe it's going to be the easiest way for you to get tickets. If you're someone that doesn't enjoy downloading apps, you can go to the website, the millville.org website, and if you go to the athletic web page, there's a spot there that says purchase tickets. So just click on purchase tickets. It'll bring the information up so that you can buy a ticket for this Friday's game, and we're going to continue doing that for the remainder of the football season, and if things go well, we may be doing this for winter sports as well. So
tell us about students, though, because I think there's adults and you have students.
Yep. Thanks, Tony, for the reminder. If you buy your tickets online, we chose to do a flat fee of $5. That's for everybody. For students, for high school students, we're selling tickets to students Thursdays and Fridays before our home games, and students can purchase those tickets for $3. They were selling those tickets from 2:15 p.m. That's the end of the school day till 3 o'clock, right by my office in the new gymnasium wing at the high school. And like I said, students, come on. I know many students bought them today, and stop on by tomorrow. Like I said, 2:15 to 3 p.m. $3. It's a discounted rate for our high school students. You're able to purchase just one. For a student ticket, but for everybody else, please go on. Flat rate $5 for the ticket, and come and enjoy the event this Friday. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great game.
All right, and you said that. What about if you show up to the game? You have to have a ticket. I mean, I know you said that, but I want to.
Yep.
It's a plan you've come up with this week, right?
Correct. Yeah. If you show up this week, please make sure you have a ticket in hand. And if you don't have a physical ticket, if you're going online, they're going to give you a digital ticket. So whether it's a physical ticket that you're a student purchasing, or if you're getting a digital ticket from buying the ticket online, either way, you need a ticket to enter our facility this week, and for the remainder of the home games as well for the season. So whether it's a regular season or playoffs.
All right, Coach. Coach Ayala, any questions for Coach Lagamba?
No, I mean, I think the process is great. We're in a technology world. Everything's with an app, or purchasing anything with an app. So, I mean, the fact that we're moving forward to that path, I think it makes things a lot simpler.
This is not new technology in other high schools, right?
No, I believe we're probably the first school in the Cape Atlantic League that is doing this for their for the regular season football games. So we're actually excited to do this. But no, it's not completely new for high schools. It's just I think it's new for our area, and we're going to be the trendsetter. I think we're going to, like I said, I think we're going to really enjoy this, and we're probably going to carry this over to the winter season, and hopefully we can get the information out. That way you can buy the ticket at your home and come on over to the game, and we're hoping we're honestly hoping to eliminate some of the downtime between buying a ticket, walking over, and then trying to get into the gate. So
great.
Yep.
So the field ready?
Field's ready. Just talked to Coach.
You were talking earlier.
Got the field ready. No, the field.
Is it a fast track?
Fast track. Got the grounds guys did a great job cutting it low.
Like a putting green.
Like a putting green, if you're familiar with golf, and it's as low it's low like the coach and the team wants it. So thanks to the ground guys for taking care of that.
Yep, much appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited. Like I said, we're really excited. We got a lot of help. One other change, just increased presence, just for this week, just so you know. I know that just want to make sure everybody, increase police presence, increase security. But come to the game. We're probably the safest place if you're going to be in Millville. It's going to be a great game to come, or a great game to enjoy and watch. Lots of good things are going to happen with this program, and so you could say that you were here in the early phases when we're playing later in the fall, later in November,
Great.
December.
Great. So we do have a visitor online. Coach Thomas he said Lagamba and OBG football, and he said low grass. Did you get him in his lawnmower to cut the grass? I know last year he was looking for people to cut it last year.
In fact, I used Coach Thomas. So, Coach, how you doing? The word around town, the word I was giving around town, and if it wasn't cut low enough, Coach Thomas was coming back. He was going to drive back from New Brunswick to cut the grass himself. So, I believe it is low grass, Coach. As low as you'd be proud of it, Coach Thomas. I think you'd be happy with the height of the grass.
All right. Well, that concludes our first quarter on Coach's Corner, and with our special guest, Athletic Director Dave Lagamba. Thank you, Mr. Lagamba.
All right. Thank you, guys. Enjoy it, and enjoy the rest of your show.
All right. Thanks. We'll be right back with a commercial break for the second quarter. Be right back.
Allen Associates is a family-owned and operated full-service agency, managing a broad base of clients in the New Jersey area. Allen Associates has been a leader in health benefits and financial services including health, prescription, life insurance, pension, 401k plans, and estate planning. With more than 60 years of experience and a staff of highly trained and dedicated professionals, Allen Associates is noted for its ability to build strong, long-term relationships with our clients and the communities we serve. Give them a call today at 856-692-2250. Allen Associates, your complete health and financial services, Vineland, New Jersey.
My name is Priscilla Ocasio-Jimenez. I am from Vineland, New Jersey, and I am running for Commissioner of Cumberland County. You should consider me because I am a parent, I am an educator, I am bilingual, and I have been part of this community and have given back to this community for all of my life. Thank you, and please remember to vote for Priscilla Ocasio-Jimenez, your Commissioner of Cumberland County.
Ordered and paid for by the Cumberland County Regular Democratic Organization. Al Jones, Treasurer.
Welcome to the Holly City Family Center. The staff at Holly City Family Center are committed to providing you and your family with the absolute best in fitness and health. Purchase your family membership today to experience all that Holly City Family Center has to offer, including Zumba, Pilates, fitness, and cardio classes. While you're there, enjoy their 4-lap lane heated indoor pool, where you can learn to swim from a certified instructor, or attend a low-impact aquatic fitness class. You can even rent their pool for your next birthday celebration. Holly City Family Center features state-of-the-art cardio and weight training rooms. Personal training and Beast Mode Boot Camp are also available through their partnership with Workout Warriors. Holly City Family Center provides Child Watch evenings Monday through Thursday. Come in today for a free 4-day family trial, and the joiner fee will be waived. New memberships paid in full also get a free month. For more information, call them today at 856-293-0609 or email info@hollycity.org. Holly City Family Center, making fitness fun and affordable for the whole family.
Need something fixed? Think Latour Hardware and Garden Center, your best bet for reliable and lasting repairs. For over 30 years, Latour has been the expert in small engine repairs, lawnmower repairs, blade sharpening, screen and window repair, glass cutting, generator maintenance, and power tool repairs. Latour services all major brands, and whether you visit the store or take advantage of Latour's pickup and delivery service, you'll know your job is being done right. Think hardware, think Latour Hardware and Garden Center. Come on in and get started.
Welcome back to Coach's Corner. I'm Tony Trongone with head coach Bert Ayala. Coach, we have two special guests with us for the second quarter. You want to introduce them for me?
Yeah, sure. I mean, to my immediate left, we have Freddie Levan, who transferred in here from Missouri I think it was in the middle of last year, right?
Yeah.
About the middle of last year, yep. And to his left, we have our starting safety, Kion Conyers, that we are extremely proud of and happy to see his continuous progress throughout the season.
Yeah, so I have some questions for, I'll start off with Freddie. So Freddie transferred here from Missouri, and my first question I always ask the players is, who's been your greatest influence to date in your life?
It's going to definitely be Stephon Diggs. Just the things that he's been through in his life, so it's one person I really look up to.
Okay. And so going to school, how's school been for you so far this year?
It's been good. It's not much of a change because all 3 years I've been to different schools, so I'm quite used to it by now.
So I'll go deeper then. So what school were you at before?
My freshman year I was at Bishop Miege, and in my sophomore year I was at Lee Summit North, and then in the middle of my sophomore year I transferred. No, I was at Liberty North and then transferred to Lee Summit North.
And that's in Missouri, as Coach said? Okay. And you moved in halfway through the year last year?
Yes, sir.
So welcome to Millville.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're pretty friendly, especially if you're a football player.
Yeah.
So you're number 14, right?
Yes, sir.
So I saw you. You have 8 catches for 100 yards.
Right.
And I saw your huddle, looking at that. But when we were doing the game against Irvington, Coach, I looked at they locked in on Brooks and Hale,
right,
and you were in the slot. You made some tough catches. What type of patterns? I'll call it a skinny post. They were right on you and made a couple good catches.
All right.
So describe a couple of the catches during that Irvington game.
See, the catch I had across the middle of the field, it was supposed to be a post, but since I seen my two safeties high, I really just carried it across the field, and Jacob threw it across, which is the one I caught over the 2 dudes. And then I had my crossing route, just got the ball and get up the field. And then I think I had one more, like a hitch route, catch the ball, just try to get up the field. The main thing is just really catching the ball and trying not to go down by one person.
So you described that. So what is your role in the offense?
My role in offense is really catching the ball, make sure you get through your routes, make sure you do the right route, and blocking, really. Okay,
Coach, you want to add anything for Freddie?
As far as like
as a player?
Oh yeah, listen. I mean, he's a great addition to what we are. I mean, Freddie is. He's a football guy. He comes on the field. You know what you're going to get from Freddie every day. Like he's going to come out there. He's going to work hard. He doesn't say anything. He does everything that's asked. It's a great athlete to have. Any coach would love to have a kid like him on the team because you don't have to worry about anything extra because it's just going to be coaching football and doing whatever's asked and whatever helps the team out.
All right, good. And I'll go over to Kion. Your turn. Now, so again, you switched from number 12 to number 14?
16.
16? I'm sorry. So I looked at some of your plays, and you had that interception last year against Lenape?
Yeah.
Right? And you had some nice hits against Thomas Jefferson. So the role of the safety, I seen that you made some plays, so I got to ask you this first question before I ask you about who's your greatest influence. Who's the hardest hitter on the team?
Right.
You are?
Yeah. Thanks.
You come and playing up hard?
Yeah.
So who is your greatest influence?
In the NFL.
Yeah, but what person is your greatest influence?
Marquise Bell.
Who's that?
Marquise Bell.
Marquise Bell? All right, why?
Because where he came from and his strive, and I love his play style. He a angry safety, and I love that.
Angry safety, huh? Yeah, and I noticed you made some plays on kickoff too.
Yeah.
So what are you looking to do? What goes through your head when you're on that kickoff? You're on the end there. You're squeezing in.
If he come to me, I'm going to smack him.
All right, and so what's your favorite subjects in school?
History.
History.
I love history.
Who's your favorite teacher?
Coach Core.
Coach Core is?
Mm-hmm.
What's he teach?
He teach strength and conditioning and health.
Okay, good stuff. So we're looking at the upcoming game for both of you now, preparing for St. Augustine.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to Freddie, What are you looking for? Like, have you studying the game as far as their defense?
Yes. My mindset is really just come to the game and stay focused and really do my job. And if I do my part, everything should fall in place.
Mm-hmm. Good answer. How about you?
With our defense, we just gotta be on our stuff and don't beat ourselves. You feel me? Us going into this game, our mindset is the goose. Hey, you gotta do what the goose is, because Coach Core know about it. But yeah, that's our mindset.
Yeah. So playing safety, I noticed that like even last week they're beating us on the edge. You had to come up, make some tackles.
Yeah.
And Coach Ayala can probably talk about the we have Coach Core in the third quarter, but what were you seeing on their offense? They were
coming
on the edge and breaking it out.
Yeah, they were just doing tosses and stuff, beating us on the edge. Was over pursuing our alignment and all that.
Yeah, and 88 was doing a couple slants.
Yeah.
And so, what was your read on that?
The slants, our corner is just a little far back. We good.
You're good? Okay. So what about St. Augustine? What's your keys for St. Augustine?
Our keys is doing our part, being perfect.
Being perfect? So I feel like I know you a long time, Kyan, because I always fussed on you. So what does perfect mean? I got to go with that.
No mistakes. Like, we on our stuff. We got practice how we play. And this week, we've been putting a lot of new stuff, and we just really working on being perfect and not getting scored on and all that.
All right. So, Freddie, any last words for our fans?
Nah. Go Boats.
Okay.
I don't know.
How about Kyan?
Wait, what you said again?
Any last words for our fans? They want to know.
Go Boats. We winning tomorrow. Facts.
Okay, you guys better be ready. All right, Coach, any last words with these guys before we go?
Nah, I mean, they know what to do. I mean, they know that we have to represent our city in the right way and play for the name on the front, and play OBG football. That's it. Play our brand of football, and if we do that for 4 quarters, then everything else will speak for itself.
Okay, guys. Well, I want to thank you for guys coming. Who's wearing the cologne?
Me.
All right. You must be good with the ladies there, Freddie. You got the bling on. You're smelling real good.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I feel like I was going out in the nightclub. You guys smell real good. All right. So that concludes our second quarter with our special guest, Freddie Levan and Kyan Conyers. And again, I'm hard on Kyan a little bit, but he is one of my favorite players. I do like the way he puts the helmet, the shoulder down. Mm-hmm. I like the way you do it. I watched both of them on Twitter, and then, it's one thing about high school sports coaches, how they publicize themselves and make sure they market themselves, because you're looking for college, right?
Yeah.
So good luck with that, and we'll be here to support you every step of the way.
Thank you.
All right. That concludes our second quarter with Coach Ayala and Tony Trongone. We'll be right back after this message for the second half with Coach Core. See ya.
Allen Associates is a family-owned and operated full-service agency, managing a broad base of clients in the New Jersey area. Allen Associates has been a leader in health benefits and financial services, including health, prescription, life insurance, pension, 401k plans, and estate planning. With more than 60 years of experience and a staff of highly trained and dedicated professionals, Allen Associates is noted for its ability to build strong, long-term relationships with our clients and the communities we serve. Give them a call today at 856-692-2250. Allen Associates, your complete health and financial services, Vineland, New Jersey.
Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, Doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
Are you ready to go green? and cut down on your electric bill? Then there is only one call you need to make. Soaring Solar is your complete source for solar, including new roof installations. Soaring Solar is a veteran-owned and family-run company. Call the Soaring Solar family today and talk with one of our solar consultants. For a free estimate, call Soaring Solar today at 609-270-7759. Or find them on the web at www.soaringsolar.com.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Welcome back to the third quarter in Coach's Corner. I'm Tony Trongone with head coach Bert Ayala, and we have our guest, Coach Core, our defensive coordinator. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you for having me.
Not your first time on the show.
Not at all.
But it's still like I did with Coach Lagamba. Tell us a little about yourself, high school, college, then coming to Millville.
All right, I'm a Atlantic County kid. I went to Oakcrest. I graduated from Oakcrest, went to Kane University, played D3 ball. After getting done, I came home, started my coaching experience at Cedar Creek. When something opened up at Millville, I made sure I came over. This is my home now. I'm a Mays Landing. I live in Mays Landing, but it's not a far shoot, and I've always bled. I'm a big Florida Gator fan, so blue and orange has always been in my blood. And now it's just me. It's just who I am.
And so I mentioned you're the defense coordinator, but teaching during the day. What do you teach during the day? I think one of the guys mentioned it.
Yeah, absolutely. Kion talked about it. I did move. I'm still in the health and physical education department. I did move over to the strength and conditioning teacher and coach. And I think if anybody's ever seen our weight room or seen any videos of it, it's a beautiful facility. It's top notch. You couldn't ask for anything better. And I think it's really going to take our athletic programs. Obviously, you have a baseball shirt on too, and all sports. Female, male. It's really going to take them to the next level to be able to work out. I'm a big component on stretching and exercises and really rejuvenating the body and getting it right so that when it's time to hit the field, you're at full peak.
All right. And Coach, I can't say more about your positivity that you bring to the game. So we're going to come back and have all three of us talk about the game.
Cool.
But with Coach Ayala, myself, and you, we're going to have the scores and go and play as the game unfolded against Williamstown last week. So we'll post up on the scores, and we'll let you guys talk about it, about a little bit about each drive and each score. So there it is right there. So first quarter, Sharp took it for a 5-yard run for a 7-0 score.
Yeah, that was a nice drive. It was a 13-play drive. Drove the length of the field. Mixed it up from the run game to pass. I was very happy. Our O-line's just finding their stride. Sharp is really finding his stride. He's playing with a level of confidence, and he plays a lot bigger than what he is. Let's say. I'm very proud of that young man. I just want him to keep the course and see everything, in the light at the end of the tunnel.
And then, as you said last week, you're going to get the ball in Brooks's hands, right? Let's hear Brooks.
Yeah, the goal's always to put the ball in all our athletes' hands. We're fortunate to have as many good players as we have. But we're gonna mix them around and put them in different positions, and make defensive coordinators' life a little tough sometimes.
So that was a 61-yard run. Was that one? That was one play drive.
That was one play drive. Yep.
And so that took us 14-0 after the first quarter.
Yes.
And then there was a lot of scoring in the second quarter.
Yeah.
You had Brooks again.
Yeah. So the play design wasn't really to go to him, to be honest, on that. Jacob just made an amazing read. and got the ball out there. Brooks ran an amazing route, did a great job on his route to get back on top and stack that corner. It still baffles me that teams are pressing up on him. I don't understand, But, I mean, to that, I mean, Jacob just made a great read and found him in the end zone.
And then Williamstown gets on the board with their running back Zerby.
Yes. So I mean, Williamstown's they're always going to be a good program. I was very impressed with them offensively, like what they did and how they put together drives on us, like they game planned. And I think it's Seidenberg is their offensive coordinator over there, and they did a good job, man. Very good job with their game plan and attack.
They were slinging the ball.
Yeah, he's a sophomore QB. He's got a nice arm. He's good, and he's not big, but he plays well. Yeah, he's going to be something nice in the next couple of years.
And we gave them a short field again, right, on one of those drives, or both of those drives.
Yeah, kickoff, right? So they called us on the kickoff. We didn't do our part. We keep repping it. Listen, we paid attention to special teams in July. We put emphasis on it. I mean, it's still a work in process. We made sure to put the right personnel on there, but we're getting better. And
then, so all of a sudden, it's a one score game, 21-14, and then it looked like Sharp scored again on a 39-yard run. What was that play?
That's Sharp doing Sharp. You know what I mean?
He made some moves.
Listen, the O-line gave him the hole, and he just did the rest. I mean, when you put that kid in open space, there's not many people around that are going to be able to catch him. He ain't gonna he's so agile and versatile, and athletic and dynamic, So he made that. The O-line gave him the space, and he just made the rest happen.
Gotcha. And then what was the speech at halftime? Because now it's 28-14.
I think we both went in there and was like
Yeah, we and like I said to you, Tony, before we came on, we believe that we're not only a whole 4 quarters is what we want to be, but we're really a second half team. And I know as a coach and staff, we really try to pride ourselves as much as possible to make the adjustments that need to be made, and really preach to the kids. When you go back out in that field, it's 0-0. And that's the way your mindset has to be. You can't go out there thinking it's 21-14. We got 2. No. It's 0-0, and let's go win 2 quarters. Simple as that.
And I'm in the press box, but I heard some yelling on the Williamstown side. It was pretty animated. I don't know if you guys heard that.
No, what, up in the box?
I heard. No, it was down in halftime. I guess they're coaches or somebody.
Oh yeah.
So you guys don't hear that, right?
No, we're locked in.
No.
You're locked in.
Listen, I mean, we're not paying attention to anybody else but us.
Okay, good. So we're going to go back to the third quarter. So that German went in on a 1-yard plunge.
So that was, I think, on the opening drive. We scored on that opening drive. I think that was another 13, 14 play drive. So I mean, to be able to sustain drives the way we have just says a lot about where we're going offensively. And then we got right on that 1-yard line. I think it was Tehran that got stopped on the one, and then put big old German in there, and he just he finished it off and made it happen.
Gotcha. And then Brooks had that interception.
Yeah, we kind of finally locked in. I know, as you mentioned a couple of times, hitting us with the slants and stuff. And we'll talk more about the defensive stuff of just locking in. But I really believe right there that 22-yard interception kind of really, as you can tell on the scoreboard, made it 42-14 and kind of really threw the knockout that we were looking for and really kind of put them on the ropes as best as possible.
Yeah, I think with the speed that we have, you're going to put the ball up in the air. We're going to come down with it.
That's advantage Millville. Right? That's advantage Millville. I would agree with you.
Exactly. And then they come back and Noel had a 19-yard pass from Craig. What was that? What was up with that drive, Coach Core?
Again, we talked about it all week, really, and we just talked about it here. We're going to beat ourselves sometimes, and just assignment football. It's the way I've been preaching defense, and what I was, raised on. It's assignment-based football. If he does this, I do that. And what kids at the young age, when they first get their starts and they get on the field, they don't understand really what it means to be. If I ask you to be at 5 yards, you got to be at 5 yards. The difference of 6 and 7 and 8 yards is the difference between a slant being caught. Is the difference between getting beat in the air, and just assignment football. Again, I think their coaches did a good scheme. They drew up some stuff and had us beat. They got us on a wheel route on the play that we're talking about right now. And that's, listen, they're great coaches too. They get paid to scheme up and have an idea what's going on. But early in the game, we just have to do better on those 2 drives back to back. When they get their 2 touchdowns, we have to stop the bleeding. It doesn't matter if it's a short field. It doesn't matter if it's a long field. I think I said this last year too. I believe in being a firefighter. When a fire comes, we're the group that gets called. I don't care if it's one blade of grass that we have to defend, we'll defend that one blade of grass. And that's been really what I've been trying to instill into these kids. I don't care what the offense does. I don't care if they throw a pick. I don't care if the kickoff or the special teams gives it up and they return it all the way to the one. When our number is called, we go out in that field and we answer the phone call. It's as simple as that.
And I got to say, at Irvington, that happened 3 or 4 times where you shut them down. I think when you look at how close the game was, and with the special teams, the defense should be commended for the stops you made, even in the first drive.
If we and everyone at home, from parents to the Millville people, you probably hear me out there yelling it, and my kids know, tackle, tackle, tackle. There was nothing that we weren't prepared for. So as a coaching staff, we really felt pretty good. We just have to make plays. We draw up things, and I'm a big believer in putting kids in situations to make plays. It's as simple as that. I can draw up a perfect scheme. I can go over, and it doesn't need to be perfect. We call a play, we go with it, and we trust it. I got 11 acting as one on the field, and that's a success for defense.
I feel like you're psyching me up, Coach. That's good. So we go to fourth quarter, and then we have McBride with a 5-yard run. Now we're separating again. We got a 29-point lead. What's going on with that drive, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, so that whole drive was Xavier, in the backfield. It was fourth quarter. We, Sharp did what he had to do, and we gave another guy an opportunity, and Xavier made the most of it. And he, he's another up and coming. He's only a sophomore. We have a lot of, we look a lot to look forward with him. And again, the O-line did their part. O-line did their part, do a couple passes, and we just ran the ball.
There were 2 running backs. It was McBride and somebody else.
Oh, and Demir White. So Demir White. Yeah.
Yes.
So listen, we're for Demir White. Yeah, Demir White's going to be a problem. He's still growing, and he's there. He's right there. He's there. It's just we're in a situation where we have so many guys.
Right.
So.
And then I saw Naheem Sharp on the sideline, and he still wanted to play. I saw you talking to him.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like at that point when the score was 49 to 20 or 40, it's just like this is a good time for other guys to get reps and get varsity reps so that we have everybody ready and prepared. It's we always say and we don't want to just coach our starters. We want to coach everybody else because we're only as good as our 2s and our 3s are because you never know what's going to happen and what you have to be prepared for.
And then the last score was by Williamstown again. Noel had a 5-yard run. What was that drive like then? Was that like we just would you call it garbage time?
No, because we don't want to give that up.
Okay.
But
I don't know about you, but I know that score looks a lot better and listen, I don't even like the 20 points on the board. Every person that's been around me, anybody in the program that's around me, 20 points is too much. That loses you football games in a high school football game. But I will take the scoreboard at 49-20 a lot more than I like 49-28.
Yeah, totally.
So, and again, it has to get cleaned up. It's as simple as that.
I told him he's just fortunate we have an offense.
Yeah, we
carries the weight.
Yep. I told him during the game. I said let's run the ball and get out of here because we're not making plays. We're missing assignments. We're just not doing our job. And really, it was important this week to get back to the grind. It was, and I told the kids it was a padded practice. It was full go. It was alignment, assignment. You may think it's a little thing. Why I'm getting on you about you're 1 yard off. Well, guess what? It's a game of inches, and it always has been. So if you don't align right, you don't do your assignment, you get beat, and those things happen. So now it's our turn to step to the plate and give and take. The offense really bailed us out last week. I know you guys have the numbers here, and we were showing them in front of us, but we have to do better, and I promise you we will be better.
So let's bring that up. We have the team scores. I didn't mention they were courtesy of one of our biggest fans, Rich Van Noord. So we have the Williamstown Millville. So we'll go with Coach Core. We'll look at the Williamstown side of their offense. I guess we gave up 318 yards.
Mm-hmm.
They had 4 turnovers though.
Absolutely. That is something that we've been working since the beginning of the year in camp with turnover circuits, ball drills, things like that, forcing a fumble, running it down. And again, I told you, it doesn't matter if it's 1st and goal or if it's 1st and 99 yards to go. We're going to defend it, and we're going to get after it, and we're going to swarm to the ball. All I see is that big 241. That's all I keep looking at on that board. And for you at home that can see it, that's unacceptable. And I take full responsibility for it, and the kids take full responsibility for it, and we're going to get better. I can promise you that.
Yeah, thank you. And Coach Ayala on the Millville side, 450 but the 350 yards rushing.
Listen, I mean, after you lose somebody like Quint, I think the questions were, can they run the ball? I think we showed that we can run the ball. And I think, everybody pays attention to our pass game because of the talent that we have on the outside. And my whole thing is like, I love that, but I want to play balanced football. I want you to have to worry about our pass game as much as our running game. And we can do either. So, you could take away one, but we're going to bring back the other. And that's how it was last year, and that's what put us in positive positions.
And now we'll go on to individual stats. And so as far as the passing game is concerned, Zamat was 9 for 22, 108 yards and 1 touchdown pass.
Yeah, listen, we threw it 22 times. There was a couple drops, a couple missed throws on his end. He's still growing. But, we ran the ball for 350 yards. I'm not sitting here upset. I think the benefit to it is that it rained all week, so we really couldn't throw. So Tuesday was our offensive day. We got caught out in a monsoon, so all we did was run game in the rain. So it obviously was beneficial.
And let's go to the run game because again, I think you guys can debate me with it, but I think Sharp was the star of the game with 174 yards rushing and 2 TDs in 3 quarters, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you can see that White and White and McBride picked up some yards. Mm-hmm. German gets in there. And Brooks, we knew you were going to put the ball in Brooks's hands and get him in space, but McBride and White were, to me, surprises like, whoa, we got some more studs coming up.
Yeah.
So and then Williamstown had, they've been known for their running team, but as you can see, Craig going back up to the passing, they were slinging it and putting the ball up in the air and doing that, and then with our receiving, it's indicative of what your game plan was to run the ball, right?
Yeah.
What does that say for Brooks and Hale and Levan? Like, they're usually across the state and the country. People know these kids. So
yeah, but listen. Brooks had a rushing touchdown. He had a passing touchdown. He had an interception touchdown. We wanted to get Hale into the end zone. He could have, but the ball was on the throw, and so he fell on the one, which German wound up taking his touchdown. But at the end of the day, it's about winning football games. So I think our guys are all about that. So it's like we make sure to preach this. And some games this guy's gonna have a good game. Some games this guy's gonna have a good game. And they rally together and they're all about it. So at the end of the day, we got to just win football games. So if running the ball was the way we're gonna do it, then that's how we're gonna do it.
And so I have my notes, but Coach Corey, you talked about that. So my question is, what do we need to do to work on D? I have the slants and the skinny post up in the middle, and then also, the edge. They were beating us on the edge.
Yep, and again, just if you watched our game, that had to get cleaned up. And the biggest thing, which Williamstown did and the prep did, that's why we had to clean. Is going to do, and that's why we had to clean it up this week. Is and a lot of offensive coordinators, they do a lot of motion to get you into a different front, to get you moving, to get the boys kind of not communicating. Again, if anybody's ever been around and sees me, I'm very loud. I communicate to my kids, I communicate to my coaches, I communicate to everybody what I want and what we should be doing, and that has to really try to trickle down into our players, and really just. Again, it has alignment and assignment football. Again, we had some chances, some opportunities. I know a couple plays on like a third down here and there. When the opportunity presents itself, you have to close the door. We had a chance for a couple sacks. We also had a couple chances, for some other big plays. And really, we had to clean up the secondary work. We went back after it. We got back after it with some man technique this week, and we also really ironed in on our zone and what we do. And really just understanding the slants are all pre-snap reads. That's all quick game. All that is a quarterback lineup and picking, listen, this guy's not where he belongs. He's supposed to be up. I'm going to choose this guy. And a big thing that we talked about, especially after Brooks took the pick in, is our other corners have to understand there's a target on their head. All right, when you have Brooks on one side of the field, a lot of times the quarterback's going to get away from it. And that kid from Williamstown, I talked to coach and I said, because I'm also a baseball coach, he looks like a baseball player. He looks like he has no fear. He would rear back and he would let it sling, and he didn't care. He challenged Brooks, and you saw what happened. All right, but he also then realized, maybe that's not the right idea, and he picked on our other corners, and he went after him a little bit. And again, it's just technique. It's just your reads. It's being where you need to be. A slant isn't something where he fell down or he got a misread or he didn't see it clearly. It's being in your assignment football. being lined up correctly and doing that. And again, we got back to the basics, and we had a tough week of practice. You know, we had a full 2.5-hour practice outside, hitting, moving around, communicating, talking about fundamentals. Getting back to the basics is really what we need to do and clean up.
Good. It sounds like we're going to be ready for the prep. And so this concludes the third quarter, and we'll be right back after these messages.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community. Local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Allen Associates is a family-owned and operated full-service agency, managing a broad base of clients in the New Jersey area. Allen Associates has been a leader in health benefits and financial services including health, prescription, life insurance, pension, 401k plans, and estate planning. With more than 60 years of experience and a staff of highly trained and dedicated professionals, Allen Associates is noted for its ability to build strong, long-term relationships with our clients and the communities we serve. Give them a call today at 856-692-2250. Allen Associates, your complete health and financial services, Vineland, New Jersey.
My name is Priscilla Ocasio-Jimenez. I am from Vineland, New Jersey, and I am running for Commissioner of Cumberland County. You should consider me because I am a parent, I am an educator, I am bilingual, and I have been part of this community and have given back to this community for all of my life. Thank you, and please remember to vote for Priscilla Ocasio-Jimenez, your Commissioner of Cumberland County.
Ordered and paid for by the Cumberland County Regular Democratic Organization. Al Jones, Treasurer.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter of Coach's Corner. I'm Tony Trongone with Coach Ayala and our guest, Coach Core. And fourth quarter, we're going to talk about our upcoming opponent. That game is going to be Friday at 6 p.m. at Wheaton Field against St. Augustine. So I'll hand it off to you, Coach, as far as what are you looking for offense, and then you can just steer it to Coach Core for the defense.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the same message that we have every week is like, we got to be perfect, I mean, to some extent. Like, we can't have any turnovers. We need to make sure that our blocking assignments are we're doing the right thing on the blocking assignments, and we're just executing, every down and taking advantage of whatever it is they're giving us. So, I mean, from an offensive standpoint, I watched plenty of film, hours and hours of film to break them down and to figure out which way is our best way of attack, and then put that game plan together.
What kind of defense do they run?
They have a four-man front, so very like a 4-2-5. I mean, but listen, I don't know. Everybody's changed it up here and there on us. Seen a lot more press coverage than what I would have thought I would have seen. But it's fine. I mean, we have enough in our playbook to adapt to whatever a team throws at us.
Yeah, they played Cherokee last week.
Yes.
And then what was the score of that?
It was 20. Was it 21-14? It was 21-14 or 20-14.
It was 20-14.
Yeah. And Cherokee didn't have their starting running back, so they came out slinging the ball on St. Augs, and had a great deal of success. I mean, but St. Augs is a good team, good program, great coaching, all the respect in the world for what they do. So by no means is this like a pushover game. We have to come out there and play football.
Yeah, so Coach Core, I saw they ran the ball the first possession against Cherokee. So I guess what's the guy's name, McTeer or forget the guy's name, but I think they got a back that they're going to just go power.
Yeah, it's like McClear or something like that,
Yeah.
running back. A lot of kids know him. I think they played against him through the youth programs. But yeah, that's what St. A's does, man. And like Coach said, their staff is always going to, they're always going to be well-coached kids. They're always going to be disciplined kids, and they're going to be assignment-based football kids. And that's why we went back to the basics, because we have to be the same exact way this week. We have to match that. They're going to give you, for the defensive side of the ball, they're going to give you a lot of like 21 personnel, a lot of sometimes 2 tights on the field, and 11 personnel. They keep that one back that you're talking about, 5. A lot of the offense runs through him, and he's a hell of a football player. So we just have to really do our job and be assignment-based. We talked a lot about what we're going to get. It's a power football team, and like you were saying, Tony, and anybody out there, if you watched this last week, we were giving it up on the edge. We were giving it up on the edge. We were giving it outside. And like we were just talking on the break, that's been a strength of us. That's been a strength of our defense. So we have to get back to that. And it's not going to take a rocket science or anybody that watches the game of football to see, listen, we're weak in that C-D gap into the edge. So we really put an emphasis on focus on that, because I'm sure St. Augustine's licking their chops. If I watch the tape on us, I'd be licking our chops too, because that's kind of what they do. That's the type of football they play. They want to put you in a box. They want to kind of lean on you and beat you up a little bit, and then it's going to wear on you. After a while, they're going to wear you down, and then they're going to keep running the same plays, and they're going to keep running them at you. And that's pretty much the way it is.
I saw their tight end. He'll go across the field with like a drag pattern, but they'll break it out. And they made some good gains with that. They threw the ball. I was like, where's that coming from?
Yeah, they will attack you with the tight ends, either on the underneath stuff and even into the flats. It's not so much of a vertical pass game, but it really is. They're going to spread you out, and they're going to hit the flat. They're going to make their reads, and they're going to trust what they do and what they've been coached to do. They're not going to try to overthink it. They're not going to try to push it too far. They're going to, with their assignment, again, I said this, and it's been forever since I've ever seen St. A's. They're assignment-based football. They're going to do their job, and they're going to not beat themselves. They're going to wait for you to make the mistake, and you beat yourself.
Yeah, so that they're not going to be I'll knock on wood, they're not a big play offense. They're just going to grind it and be methodical and then wait for you to make mistakes.
Yep, they're going to execute. They're going to execute their game plan, and that's their whole plan. They're going to come in, they're going to execute. If they can hit us with a big play here and there, they might. But their job is, it's the old cliche, what is it, 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yeah.
Right? They're going to lean on you, they're going to get their yards, and that's what they're going to do. Like you talked about with their running back, number 5, the offense goes through him. All right, and we just have to be assignment-based and do what we're supposed to do. Too many times last week with Williamstown, they're running that jet, and they're going through all the process. Again, same things you're going to see this week if you come out and support us at Wheaton Field tomorrow night. You're going to see some of the same stuff. All right, but again, as coaches, we went back to the drawing board and really figured out what we could do to stop it. And on top of it, when we watched the film and ran it back last week, we were just misaligned. One play we're aligned perfectly and we stop it, and then the next play we're not aligned right. We have someone, and all it takes, in defense, and I preach this to the kids, on offense, one bad play, it's just second down. On defense, one bad play is 6 points, and the band's celebrating, and everybody's, the momentum has swung. So you got to be, and I heard Kion when you were talking to him say it, and I truly believe it. I know no one in this world is perfect, but we're going to strive for be perfectionist. It's just a word I've always used with the kids, and it's big to me. I get it. I know mistakes happen. I know we're going to give up some points here and there, and I know there may be an busted assignment, but perfection. Be perfect. Do your job and be perfect.
All right. That's the goal. So, Coach, this is that time of the year, time of the show where I'm superstitious. So this is your time to talk about what you're looking for.
I mean, we're just looking for our team to play hard, play fast, execute game plan. Stay, no turnovers, win the special teams game, and just go out there and play OBG football. That's it. I mean, there's at the end of the day, you got to play football. It's us against them, and I think we just have to make sure that we defend our home and go out there and play hard. I mean, they're coming off of a loss, so I know they're itching to get back on that football field, and they got that. They're gonna have to come out with a fight, and they know what this game is, just like we know what it is.
All right, so I'm gonna put the schedule back up because again, so we have St. Augustine or St. Augustine, the Prep, St. A. Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at Wheaton Field, and then you're off, right?
Yeah, we got a bye week. Yep.
So what do you do for that bye week? What's the game plan?
We still practice. We're going to practice. We may give them another day off or so and recover. just ideas. Just use that time to get healthy again, because after that it's a stretch. You got 4 straight games before playoffs, and then you go through the playoff run, then you got the Thanksgiving game, and I believe we have the opportunity to be in a potential state game again. So that would be after that. But one game at a time. All I care about right now is what's on there as 9/16, and that's tomorrow. It's the only thing that matters right now.
I'm not going to go any further with it then. So it's that time we close the show. And again, Coach Core, thanks. Had some great things to say. Very inspirational. Coach Ayala, always look forward to what you have to contribute as far as what we're going to do, and your attitude as far as we're going to take it to them. We're going to be prepared.
Yep.
So thank you. And so again, our game will be tomorrow night at Wheaton Field. Be there. Again, Coach Lagamba earlier in the show talked about how to purchase tickets. We're ready to facilitate that ticketing for you. Any questions, you can give his office a call too. So this is Mr. Trongone with Coach Core and Coach Ayala saying go Bolts. Take care. All right.
This has been a QBC television production in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22 and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.